You know, I've been a Transformers fan for a very long time, from its TV shows, movies, and most importantly, the toys. Oh boy, I have a lot of Transformers figures, including one character who stood out among them. That is sweet little Bumblebee. He's been my favorite character and it still is today. Either he can be markedly adorable or he can be badass at the same time, from animated, Prime, Cyberverse, and of course, the G1 incarnation I adore the most. However, getting the perfect G1 Bumblebee wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. Like, I have 3 versions of him. While they're good on their own, even to their flaws, none of them didn't get past the mark. In 2024, a new G1 Bumblebee has officially came out. Oh, pure joy! I feel so bloomin' happy! But right before I get into the figure, here's the display he came with from the scene he's finally free along with Cliffjumper, Jazz and Spike. It's nice, but back in the box where
crap!
Back in the box where it belongs. Now with the box out of the way, let's check out the figure himself, starting with his Beetle mode, and a cartoony one at that, which is inspired by the penny racer that the original Bumblebee toy comes from. And honestly, he looks really awesome. Like, really cute and really awesome. More than the realistic one that Masterpiece and the Netflix figure have. Don't get me wrong, they look pretty good, but honestly, I prefer the cartoony one, as is really nicely designed from the front with the nice beetle hood, and onto the side view you can actually see the 4 wheels with 2 at the back that are really big and then 2 at the front that are very small, just like what the penny racer has. And onto the back you can see some nicely painted red lights with a nice hood with a little pod meant for the accessory, which I'll get into later. But otherwise he's really nice, although despite some weird paint apps going around and then this weird off yellow, like pale yellow for some reason, compared to the more lemony yellow, which I prefer over the Heat orange Bumblebee has. Just really nice. However, whenever I keep transforming Bumblebee, this little gap over here, it ends not to do that, which I tried to get stuck in, but it didn't end up looking like this. It just gives the splits. I'm not too fond of that. Yeah, and that gap over here, that really annoys me. On the left, on the right side, it's fine. And another complaint is just the back panel really comes off really easily, but it at least is attached, unlike the Netflix version that I've heard a lot. So otherwise, this is a really nice vehicle mode, and I really approve of that. Now, let's get onto the size comparison, shall we? Here's Classic / Henkei Bumblebee, Titan's Return Bumblebee, Legacy Animated Bumblebee, Cyberverse Bumblebee, Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, Earthspark Bumblebee, MP21 Bumblebee, and finally, the original Bumblebee from 1984. Here's Bumblebee in his robot mode, and my goodness, he's adorably awesome to look at. Like, look at him. He looks straight out from the cartoon. From the proportions Like, everything, it just translated so well into figure form. However, there are some weird oddities again, like the off-put yellow, like pale yellow compared to the lemony yellow I mentioned on the vehicle mode, but now it's everywhere. But honestly, he's really, really, really nice, and I love it. It's just really is so adorable. Although what's not adorable is the face. I don't know what I can make out. Like, what's with that face? Oh, focus in. Just look at him. I don't know. He should be smiling or something, not with that expression. But otherwise, he has a really, really nice head sculpt with the little tiny horns. I really, really love. And I love how he looks from the body. With all the lovely details from legs to the arm. However, speaking of the arms, the elbows have a very odd shape compared to his more rectangular one from the cartoon. But that's only due to the transformation, like right here, but that's only articulation for later. But otherwise, it looks at least better than what the Kibble, the other Bumblebee figures have, like doors for arms and the little headlamp backlights on. Now, anyway, enough rambling. Let's move on to the articulation. Oh, right before that, look at the little holders just to prevent him from rolling down, which I find that really helpful. Now, onto the articulation, starting with the head, as it's on a ball joint that can rotate very well. But he can't look up that far or down, which is a shame, but nice. His arms can articulate, which is on a ball joint, and so is his arm that swivels. And like I said, due to the transformation, the elbows can bend, the hand can swivel. Same applies onto the right. His waist joint can swivel too, just like his head. His legs can take that far, and also can bend at the knee. Thanks to the transformation. He has ankle tilt in a very strange position, but oh well. His feet can bend too, but that's only more for the transformation. Otherwise, he's really, really fun to pose, and not to mention he's fun to transform too. Now, here's an accessory that he comes with. A gun. A very nice silvery gun that he always carries with, but like one time he blew up the Pearl Bahoudin in Trans-Europa Express, which is the thing I can remember, but otherwise he looks really good with it. You can have him point and shoot, and you can have some blast effects to add on it. So that's pretty much Bumblebee himself. Very fun transformation. Everything just wow. Now, let's go to the size comparison.
Here's Classic / Henkei Bumblebee, Titans Return Bumblebee, Legacy Animated Bumblebee, Cyberverse Bumblebee, Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, Earthspark Bumblebee, MP21 Bumblebee, and finally, the original Bumblebee from 1984. In conclusion, Studio Series 86 Bumblebee is a masterpiece more than MP21 could ever have, as he feels like an evolution from his original toy self, from the way he's sculpted in both Beetle and Robot mode. Plus, he's fun to transform, along with the posability, making him the best Bumblebee figure I could ever have. Sure, he's not perfect in some spots, but I love him nonetheless. And if you want to have him in your collection, go right ahead. He's worthy to get, as I rank him an A. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.